Have you ever woken up from a bad dream and been like, thank goodness this dream is over? Whether it be your Samuel L. Jackson getting chased by a bunch of snakes on a plane or any other type of nightmare you can have, you wake up and you're like, wow, I'm so happy I'm in the current situation I am. Well, I had a nightmare that was actually real life that changed the way I viewed life. So it was the day after Halloween 2 years ago, and I had just woken up and I was going to go to the bathroom. But something was wrong. I couldn't move my legs. And when I mean I couldn't move my legs, I couldn't bend my knees. I couldn't pick them up. When I would pick them up with my hands, they'd be so heavy that I could barely hold them up. So I realized something was wrong. And like any 20-year-old boy who's confused about what to do with health, I called my mom. And in classic mom response, I got the, oh my God, Chris, you gotta go to the hospital as soon as you can. You gotta make sure everything's all right. Your health is more important than you not being healthy, so go, blah, 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 blah. So I went to the hospital, and I show up, and where I go to school, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. So it's a little hospital, and they go in there, and they had never seen anything like it. And I think at first they kind of thought it was like a joke, because I looked like I was hungover, because I was super tired, and it was a Sunday morning. So they probably thought it was some college kid who had drank it too much, saying, "Oh, I can't move my legs, like just because I'm so dehydrated or something." So the fun all starts, or fun sarcastically, all starts when they go to give me a chest x-ray and they tell me to stand up, and I'm able to with help, but they just leave me there holding the chest x-ray, and I'm so weak that I just faint. And when I faint, I hit my head on the ground, and the next thing I know, I wake up and I'm in a hospital room with a bunch of IVs on me, wires connected everywhere, and the doctors are giving me a couple more tests, and they begin to talk to me. They're like, we have no idea what you have. You have a raised white blood cell count, which means you have some sort of disease because your body's fighting it, but we can't test it. We don't have the test here. So we're going to have to send you to Burlington, Vermont at the UVM Medical Center where they can test you. So I was like, okay, it can't be that bad. I'm sure something will be okay. They'll test me there. So the next morning I wake up and it's a lot worse. The only thing I can move is my hand, and I'm just in complete shock. So the doctors decided to give me an early diagnosis of Guillain-Barré syndrome. And what Guillain-Barré syndrome is, it's a syndrome where you cannot walk for about 6 to 12 months and you're stuck in a wheelchair, and you then have to learn how to walk after. It's an extremely painful disease. So I'm starting to freak out when I hear this, but I'm trying to be positive. I'm like, all right, only a year. I'll be able to walk in 2 years. I'll be able to get my life back on. I'll be fine. So they send me to UVM, and I get into the hospital. And when I get into my room, I had never seen anything like this, not even like a movie. I just had a bunch of doctors waiting for me, 4 medical students and 4 doctors, because they hadn't seen anything anything like me in the hospital in Burlington in about 10 years. So we had to document this. I was getting interviewed. I was just so caught off guard. I was just like, I really hope I'm okay. So the way they tested me for it was they would take a taser and they would put a needle in my leg and they'd tase my leg to see if I would react. So just like getting tased in the leg. And if you've ever been tased, it sucks. It's painful, it hurts, and it's something miserable. So the good news is they tase me and they see that my reactions are strong enough that I don't have Guillain-Barré syndrome possibly, but they still need to test me for every other possible disease because I still have no idea what I have. So for the next 3 days, I'm going constant testing, spinal taps, CAT scans, blood work 6 times a day, urine tests every day, and I'm just laying in my bed in the neurology center in Burlington, Vermont, kind of freaking out at this point because they have no idea what I have. And for all I know, I could be possibly passing away within the next month or week, or I could be paralyzed for a lot longer. I'm kind of just freaking out, just chilling in the hospital, watching basketball when it was on at night, and that was the only thing I had to look forward to. So after all this, all my test comes back about a week later, and I'm still stuck in a bed. I can't do anything still. And they're like, okay, we've tested you for all these things, and everything's negative that could possibly kill you. So because of this, we're going to give you steroids because everything that could have killed me was bacteria, and they didn't want to put the steroids in the bacteria. So they steroided me up, and the day before, I had only been able to stand up once the whole time. And the next day after the steroids, I was able to stand up 10 times in 30 seconds. So after this, I start to get better slowly. I'm in that hospital for another couple of days, and I get sent to Spalding, which is a rehab facility in Boston, rehab there for a week, and then within a month, I'm back at school learning. So what this bad dream taught me is that you can't take anything for life and granted, even something so simple like your legs are walking. And now whatever, it's just walking the dog, playing sports, being around friends, doing anything with activity. I'm always thankful and so happy I can walk. Thank you.